Hey there, I'm Mark Palmer, host of the Better Health Show, and today we're chatting with one of the top weight loss gurus in the United States. He's been rocking the endocrinology world for 18 years, schooled at Johns Hopkins, and the brain behind the best-selling book, Weight Loss Myths and Truths. Last year, Time magazine even dubbed him the most relevant health expert of 2023. Why? Because he's helped over 34,000 folks slim down and get that lean, healthy body naturally. So it's with great pleasure that we welcome Dr. Julian Ross today. Dr. Julian, super pumped you're here to dive into such a crucial topic.
Good afternoon, Mark. The pleasure's all mine. Today, I'm here to show everyone tuning in shedding pounds quickly is totally doable. No diets or endless gym hours required. I'll be sharing some incredible transformations of patients who've dropped up to 46 pounds in just 5 weeks, following the exact steps I'll lay out. I'll also be spilling the beans on the real culprit behind weight gain and why keto, low carb, fasting, meds, and workouts haven't worked for you. It's all about swelling in your fat cells, choking your vital organs, and trapping fat in your body. Plus, I'll reveal the turmeric trick you can try at home today to reduce the swelling in your fat cells, making weight loss practically automatic. Say goodbye to fat double chins and those pesky love handles quickly. No diets, brutal workouts, or fasting required. Honestly, all you folks at home need to do is stick around for this chat because I've got all the deets coming your way. But you've got to watch till the end. After announcing this interview last week, I got this cryptic email warning to watch my back when I share. Pretty sure it's some shady farm rep scared of folks finding out just to keep lining their pockets with cash from pricey, risky drugs like Ozempic. I've got no clue what lengths they'll go to pull this interview. So lock in, watch closely, because chances are you might not catch this intel again.
Wow, doctor. That's some serious drama. There's a lot of corruption out there, huh? Dr. Oz was just on our show talking about the threats he faces yearly for exposing this kind of dirt.
Sadly, Mark, that's why I pushed to get this interview out ASAP, so this info could spread like wildfire. My main goal here is to help out.
Gotcha, Doc. I'm all ears about the real deal behind weight gain. I'm dying to know about this turmeric trick that triggers weight loss. Bet our audience is on the edge of their seats too. So kick us off. What drove you to unearth all this?
What got me on this path was someone super close to my heart, my wife, Kate. She even made it a point to join us today, just to share a bit about this huge turn our lives took. Come on out, hon.
Hi, how are you? Hi, everyone. I'm thrilled to be here with all of you to share my journey. I hope that I can inspire many. Julie and I have been hitched for 20 years, and I've always been pretty much into looking after myself, exercise daily, ate right with plenty of fruits, salads, stayed away from junks, sweets, barely drank, stuff like that. But everything flipped when I was about 32 and became a mom to Mary, and our lives flipped upside down.
Pregnancy, right? Always a challenging time, especially for moms, since it's all about living for your kid then.
It's spot on. And my body just was not the same afterwards. Initially, I thought I'd bounce back fast, but the more I tried, the more weight I piled on. I've been through keto, intermittent fasting, Atkins, low carb, low fat, even one of those nasty vegan juice diets. Ugh. On top of all that, I'd spent all morning in the gym, months of this, I'd drop a couple pounds, only to gain it right back what seemed to be like overnight. But Julian kept offering some diet tips, some things that had worked for his patients, and it did help a little bit. I stuck with this diet for another 4 months and ended up losing about 11 pounds. Honestly, I was stumped. I felt like my body was just fighting against me, not wanting to shed the weight. It was just exhausting.
Man, Julian, did you figure out what was happening with Kate?
The thing is, I was at a loss. Kate started getting frustrated. In a few months, she gained 44 to 55 pounds. Right, hon?
Right. Yeah, it was around 44 to 55 pounds. I just couldn't fit into my jeans anymore. That's all I cared about. Tops were getting tight. I got to the point where, unfortunately, looking in the mirror just filled me with disgust and shame, and I pinched the belly fat and just tear up. I started avoiding going out. I became reclusive, stopped taking photos because my just double chin kept showing up, and slowly I slipped into a depression and fatigue, and then with the weight gain came the joint pain. I had a fatty liver, digestive issues, exhaustion, constipation. It just went on forever. I actually even became pre-diabetic.
Sounds like you both had a tough time dealing with all that.
Absolutely. It was hands down the worst period of our lives. She avoided mirrors, had no energy, confidence, or even the will to do anything. The hardest part was I was doing everything I knew to help. I threw every diet, exercise, and regime at it, but nothing stuck. It got to a point where I even doubted myself. How could I be a renowned weight loss specialist and not help his own wife slim down? That thought haunted me. And then one night, I woke up to her quietly crying into her pillow. It hit me hard. Not just her tears, but the sheer desperation she felt. That's when I knew I had no other choice. I was done seeing her struggle with her body, feeling bad, plummeting self-esteem, and deteriorating health. If things kept up, I feared I might lose her. I vowed then and there to use every resource at my disposal to find a real, lasting solution. Not just something that improved health or the like. I wanted a game changer, something far removed from diets, exercises, and pills, something groundbreaking that would work for everyone. But first, I had to figure out why all our previous attempts failed. I kicked off my research.
Fascinating, doctor. What did your research uncover?
Before I get into that, Mark, I got a question for you. Ever wondered why back in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, folks barely struggled with being overweight? Yet today, obesity rates are skyrocketing year after year. Take this study by the World Obesity Atlas from a couple years back, pointing out that over 1 billion people will be grappling with overweight and obesity issues by 2030. This whole scenario never sat right with me in an age where technology, science, and information are at our fingertips. More than ever, why are people packing on pounds like never before? That's why, at the start of my deep dive, I set out to figure out what was different about the daily routines, diets, and lifestyles of the people back then compared to now. I was convinced that if I could crack that code, I'd unlock the true cause behind weight gain. And after months buried in this quest, I stumbled upon the answer. I was hunting in a 2022 article published by the Harvard Medical School.
What did the article reveal?
It revealed that the preservatives in our diet have skyrocketed obesity in the United States in recent years. Put simply, this means that with each passing year, we're ingesting an ever-increasing amount of toxic substances in our food.
Even in healthy foods like fruits, vegetables, legumes?
Especially those. Beyond canned goods and fast food, which we all know are loaded with preservatives and are bad for us. Fruits like apples, bananas, grapes, strawberries, and many others are riddled with pesticides, and these substances are extremely harmful to our bodies. This is due to a variety of reasons, but primarily it's what we refer to as cellular inflammation.
Interesting. Could you explain what cellular inflammation is, doctor?
Sure. It's actually quite straightforward. When these toxins enter our body, they start attacking various cells within our system. Just like you get swollen from a punch, our cells react in the same way. And this swelling is what we call cellular inflammation.
Got it. But how does this relate to weight gain?
It's directly related. Among the cells in the body that are attacked by these toxic substances are fat cells. When these toxins attack our fat cells, the fat molecules, which were previously tiny, become extremely swollen, and this cellular swelling that causes weight gain.
Why is that, doctor?
Great question, Mark. Whenever I explain this, I like to do a little demonstration. Can we head to the lab?
Of course.
All right, here we go. Mark, you've probably heard that most of the fat leaves our bodies through breathing and sweat, right?
Yes.
Perfect. Now check out these two bottles. This bottle represents a healthy body with normal-sized fat cells. Now imagine that the hole in this bottle represents the pores of our skin and the respiratory system where fats leave the body, okay?
Okay, got it.
Now watch. In this case, since the fat is in its correct size, whenever the metabolism becomes fast, fat leaves the body, as you can see.
I see. So when fat cells are normal sized, our body can easily burn off fat, right?
Exactly. Take a look at this other bottle. Imagine that the fat cells inside here have been attacked by toxins. As a result, they swelled up more than usual. In this case, when the metabolism becomes fast, even if it's working perfectly and at high speed, the fat cells can't leave. And the reason is they're too large to pass through the respiratory flow and the skin pores. And that's why inflammation of fat cells is a real cause of excess weight. Because as long as your fat cells are large and swollen, no matter how many diets and exercises you do, you won't be able to lose weight. Even though these solutions get the metabolism working, they don't reduce the size of your fat cells. And often, the opposite effect happens. The metabolism starts using a lot of energy, the body begins to feel hungry, and this ends up causing a compulsive craving for sweets and carbohydrates.
That's incredible, Dr. Ross. I would have never imagined.
Indeed.
Now, doctor, do you think this relates to age? Because there are many people who were slim at 20, but struggling to lose weight at 40. What do you say about that?
Well, Mark, that's normal. The thing is, when you're 20, your body is younger and more resistant to these toxins. So at 20, you basically won't have any inflamed fat cells. However, as the years go by and the body ages, our cells become weaker and the body doesn't resist attacks in the same way as before. And that's why everyone starts to struggle with losing weight after 30. Another factor is pregnancy. When a woman gets pregnant, hormones become imbalanced and the body becomes more fragile too. And when that happens, fat cells inflate more quickly. So that's why pregnant women have such a hard time losing weight.
I see, doctor. So in your opinion, the real cause of weight gain is the inflammation of fat cells?
It's not an opinion. It's a fact. Recently, one of the enthusiasts of this study, the renowned researcher, Dr. John Larcy, proved that inflamed fat cells are the real cause to weight gain. He led a study over 8,000 volunteers of different genders, ages, and routines. And then he divided these people into two groups. Group A consisted of 4,000 people with a lean body and a healthy weight. Group B consisted of 4,000 people who were overweight and had difficulties losing weight. He observed all the volunteers' bodies for 3 months, and after a series of exams and research, it was confirmed about 70% of the body composition of volunteers struggling with excess weight was made up of inflamed fat. Meanwhile, the bodies of the lean and healthy weight people have practically no such fat.
I get it completely, Dr. Ross. So, if inflamed fat is the real culprit behind weight gain, what can we do with it?
That's the very question I've asked myself when I discovered all of this. After all, my wife still needed my help, and I was happily there. I couldn't give up. I started staying up late, studying and searching for a solution. I read every book and scientific article, and I spent days in my lab looking for something that could help with this. I was getting discouraged, but I didn't give up. And after a month and a half of searching for an answer, I finally found something. Have you noticed that in Japan, there are virtually no overweight people?
Actually, doctor, I can't recall ever seeing an overweight Japanese person before.
Not surprising. It's quite rare. What really amazes me, though, is that according to the recent WHO research, while obesity levels in every country in the world increase year by year, Japan is the only country where the number of overweight people decreases over time.
Interesting. And why is that, doctor?
Well, that's the same question that I asked myself. That's why I began investigating the Japanese routine, trying to understand what they were doing differently. And I discovered it. Turns out, unlike us here in the West, the Japanese consume various types of herbs, roots, and natural seeds in their daily diet. Some of these herbs, roots, and seeds have natural anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. Numerous studies indicate that these ingredients are essential for the metabolism. This bad boy focuses on shrinking your fat cells so your body starts shredding pounds on autopilot. I'm so pumped about its game-changing potential, I pooled all my savings to get this formula produced by the top natural supplement manufacturer in the USA. They're GMP certified, FDA registered, and it's all made right here in the States. We guarantee the highest levels of purity, potency, and safety. We source top-notch ingredients for our plant extracts and capsule them up. The best form for absorption, studies show. Plus, Lipozem's non-GMO, free of any stimulants, any nasty toxins.
That's crucial info, Doc. So if I start taking Lipozem today, how soon will I see results?
In the first few weeks with Lipozem, the first thing you'll notice is feeling less bloated. That stuffed belly feeling, the puffiness in your legs, waist, face, arms starts to fade. If you're dealing with varicose veins, wrinkles, or back and joint pains, you'll see a significant symptom improvement. That's your body fighting inflammation. From the second week forward, that's when incredible results start to show up. Your fat cells shrink, and you'll literally watch your body melt away fat, even without dieting or working out. As days pass, the formula begins to tackle toxins that inflame your body. You'll see not just a dropping scale, but better blood sugar control, balanced blood pressure, and reduced bad cholesterol. Plus, that drained feeling and fatigue during the day will reduce your motivation and zest for daily tasks keep growing. The best part, no need to pop pills like candy or restrict your diet. This all happens naturally, right from the get-go. By the end of the first 3 months, chances are you'll be rocking the body you always dreamed of. That happened for 96% of the folks who started with Lipozem. And the cherry on top, you don't need to change your routine or diet. Your only job is to pop a capsule before bed. Let our formula do the heavy lifting for you.
It made me feel like I was taking care of the people around me, but never myself, especially because of my job as a nurse. But one day I decided it was time to take care of myself. After all, I deserved that too. Since then, I have lost 40 pounds with the help of Lipozem. My physical transformation led to a career boost too. I'm now leading wellness programs at my hospital. This weight loss journey was about discovering my potential and learning to live life to its fullest.
For you to finally shake off that unwanted fat quickly, to know you're at your peak, looking and feeling like $1,000,000 with controlled blood sugar, a healthier liver, a balanced gut, less pain, more energy. What's all that worth to you? See, Americans shell out an average of $12,000 a year on hospital bills, much of it weight related. Then there's money down the drain on meds, supplements, doc visits, gym memberships, diets. Get that localized fat isn't just an ego hit, it's a hit to your wallet too. So what would you pay to break free from weight worries? Besides the savings, think about the freedom, eating what you love, wearing what you want, loving your mirror reflection, taking pics without second guessing, feeling attractive to your partner, the freedom to move pain-free, play with your kids, without gasping for air and just living joyously, worry-free about tomorrow. Our formula's effectiveness lies in its pricey, top-quality preparation. I made it happen. Initially, Lipozem was pegged at $249 a month. That's the lowest our team and advisors recommended. But hating the thought of that price stopping you, and since this is a once-in-a-lifetime shot to share this message with thousands watching, getting Lipozem today, you won't pay $249 like everyone else, not even $100. Instead of only here now, you can lock in 2 months supply of Lipozem for just $79. That's over $200 in savings and the lowest price since Lipozem launched. That's just $2.30 a day. You won't find a more affordable weight loss solution anywhere else. But this is a special limited time offer I've only made for this interview. We've set aside just 139 bottles at this rate. And once those promo bottles are gone, you'll never get Lipozem at this price again.
Wow, just $1 a day?
Exactly. But this offer is only valid here and now, as long as our promotional stock of 139 bottles lasts.
That's incredible. So guys, right now I've asked production to put a screen below this video with the kit options for you to choose from.
As I mentioned, the 6-month kit is the way to go. It covers you in case we run out, and you get all the benefits Lipozem can offer. But you can choose 1 or 6 bottle kit either way. Just pick your kit below, secure your bottle now, Once you choose, you'll be directed to a 100% secure order page. We use 256-bit encryption, same as places like Walmart and Amazon, so your information is totally safe. Just fill in your details, hit enter, and we'll start prepping your package for delivery to your doorstep. So click below to secure your 6-month package or whatever makes sense for you.
Doc, is there any kind of guarantee?
Absolutely. Lipozim comes with a solid 180-day guarantee. Yep, you've got 6 months to try this formula and see if Lipozim is right for you. If you don't see your weight dropping and your measurements decreasing after using our formula, we'll refund every penny. We offer this guarantee because despite hundreds of positive testimonials, we get that some folks might still be skeptical. After all, despite thousands of men and women losing heaps of weight with our formula, and even though Lipozim is the only supplement 100% backed by science and targets the real cause of weight gain, Big Pharma spends billions yearly on bribes and TV ads to hide these truths. That's why I agreed to do this interview on Better Health, an independent news outlet. My aim was to lift the veil on all the bogus diets and weight loss methods and reveal what truly works. Now, you know what's been holding back your weight loss. You know what to do about it. And you're backed by a 180-day guarantee that takes all the risk off of you. You're just one decision away for changing your life forever. So please click below to secure your 6-month package or whatever suits you best.